The Fantastic Four, the first superhero team created by Jack Kirby and Stan Lee for Marvel Comics, have remained fan-favorite characters ever since their debut in 1961. For that first feature film within the Marvel Cinematic Universe, The Fantastic Four: First Steps, director Matt Shakman and the rest of the production team seek to pay homage to their early comic adventures. Setting it in a retro-futuristic 1960s is a smart move that gives this film a unique look within the MCU, and with the use of the planet-eating being Galactus, they build the proper stakes as we watch the Four figure out how to save the world. With this superpowered quartet, the film seeks to show their genuine love of saving people. They care about this planet and the city they live in, and some of the most fun sequences are early on when we see a few of their comic-inspired escapades. Even if someone has never heard of the Fantastic Four, their powers are properly defined and neatly showcased throughout the film. However, the movie also shows their intellect and the way they often work together to solve a problem. The First Steps captures that space-age optimism associated with the 60s, with Reed Richards particularly trying to problem-solve an issue by seeing the best that technology can offer. Of the central characters, Ben Grimm, aka The Thing, provides the most interesting personality. He's someone now comfortable in his rock form, and he has some particularly nice scenes in his old neighborhood, along with a few humorous moments opposite Johnny Storm. Galactus does prove to be a major threat, with him towering over the Four and threatening to devour the planet. He becomes a ticking clock and a frequent obstacle, and the visual effects team make him look extremely imposing. The actors all suit their roles well, with moss-bachrach serving as the highlight of the cast as Grimm. Paul Walter Hauser also has a small funny role as Mole Man, one of the Fantastic Four's adversaries from the comics. The action sequences provide the usual explosions and punching, but Jackman's direction and the setting do help make them stand out a little from the usual crop we're accustomed to seeing in superhero movies. What helps is that the stakes are there in the story, with the entire planet at stake. There's even a personal element that leads to an intriguing dilemma for the Four to solve when trying to protect the people of Earth. Throughout it all, Michael Giacchino composes a spirited score, with the main theme nicely joining his Spider-Man and Incredibles themes as memorable compositions worthy of these superheroes. The Fantastic Four: First Steps is an example of how changing up a setting can spruce up a familiar genre. Story-wise, this movie is not doing too much different from several other movies about superpowered costumed heroes stopping a force from destroying the world. However, by setting in a futuristic-style version of the 1960s that recalls Jerry and Sylvia Anston's Thunderbirds and the Tomorrowland area of the Disney theme parks, that provides a certain amount of charm that runs throughout the movie. That's an engaging story with a family that one does eventually grow to care about also helps. Of course, we'll be seeing the Fantastic Four again in the future, but this more than works as a standalone adventure.